Hey guys, Studio Gear Cosmetics was kind enough to send me their holiday palette, and I am going to show you how to make the perfect smoky eye. Everything you need is in this one palette, so you're going to have 4 different eyeshadows, including a blusher. I primed my eyelids using Thermal, a cream eyeshadow by Whitpan Cosmetics. I start with Frost, the whitest color in the palette. And this is the shade that I'm going to use to set my cream base. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm working in a tapping method because I don't want to move the cream eyeshadow that I have on that I'm using as primer. I don't want to move that around my eye. So what I'm doing is really just pressing Frost into my eyelid and then bringing it just above the crease. Once this covers my primer, it'll be much easier to glide my other brushes around without feeling like I'm dragging any additional makeup. Now that I have frost all over my eyelids, I'm going to apply Platinum, which is a slightly darker shade, still in the Frost family, but more of a silver base. I'm going to apply this shade in a traditional smoky eye V. So I'm going to start at the outer corner. I'm going to work my way over my lash line and then come up ever so slightly just above the crease of my eye. I like this shade a lot because it helps cut the edge off of that bright white frost and it really tones it down, but still leaves enough drama just in the corner leading into the center. Next, I'm going to line my eyelid and then I'm going to use the darkest color in the palette called Coal to smudge back over the liner, not make the liner as harsh and really feed into more of a dramatic smoky eye. I found the first time I used this palette that it didn't have a dark enough effect from Coal that I wanted on my lash line, and this eyeliner will do the trick for me. So I just lined the top, and now I'm going to go through and smudge it out with Coal. Coal is the darkest shade in the palette. By putting Coal on my liner, it's going to soften the look of the liner and then also help it set. Now I'm going to use Coal to blend just above the crease of my eye and add depth. Time for my blending brush. Soften these hard lines. Now I go back through and I use the remaining shadow that's on my brush and I'm going to carry that under my eye. I find I really have to layer these shadows on. They're not as richly pigmented right off the bat. I'm going to finish with the final color. It's called Glimmer. I'm going to put that right in my brow bone. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of frost to the corner of my eye. Alright. The last part of this palette is called Snowy Glow. And it's the beautiful blusher here in the center. My favorite brush, my Becca Cosmetics One Perfecting Blush. Just going to grab a little of this on here. And there you have it, easy peasy. This was a really simple smoky eye. And what I like about this palette is on the inside is a little chart, and then it does give you instructions on how to apply these colors, how to make it a little more dramatic, how to make it a little more light. So it is a great way to take this palette from more of an office look to a party time look. I want to make mention of one thing. This color chart does not match the actual layout of my palette. And I don't know if you can see, I had to write the names of the shadows above them, so when I was following along, I was using the right product. The colors are right, but the layout in the palette is not identical, which I thought was a little weird. This is a great little palette. I really thank Studio Gear Cosmetics for sending it to me. If you look down below, I have a discount code for my subscribers that you can use on the Studio Gear Cosmetics website. Get this palette for yourself at a little savings. Yeah, I really enjoyed working with it. I like the fact that everything is in one palette. All the colors coordinate. The palette is cardboard, so it's fully recyclable. It'll also make it easy if I wanted to depot this palette and put the shadows into something else. It has a magnetic closure. It does stay pretty tight. I'm pretty impressed. And it's a decent size without being too large, so it should fit in most makeup bags too. So leave me a comment below. I'd love to know if you've used any products from Studio Gear Cosmetics, or if you scored anything during their Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, which was fantastic. It was 30% off. It was totally cool. Yeah, no, thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you Studio Gear and Brand Backer for the palette. I will keep using it. Thanks.